Hey everybody, welcome back to another WV Guns and Goats video, and tonight we are taking a look at an inexpensive red dot optic from the company ADE Advanced Optics. Now before we get started, I'd like to ask you to like, comment, and subscribe as well. You know, it helps the channel grow. I enjoy interacting with all y'all down there in the comments section, and I thank you for watching. Now, let's get to it here. Starting off, I mostly have optics from other companies such as Vortex, Bushnell, HoloSun, and some of the higher-end manufacturers like Trijicon that are out there. Now, I understand that a lot of people can't spend the $400, $500, $600 plus that it takes to buy one of those very high-end optics. Not everybody has that kind of money. However, some people also have a lot of handguns that they want to put red dot sights on, and they're looking for a more inexpensive alternative to the higher end optics, but something that still works really well, holds up, and allows them to try a handgun optic. So I wanted to find an alternative, especially with a lot of handguns now that are coming pre-cut for red dot optics. There's just a lot of options on the market, and it's nice to have options in red dot sights as well. So I'd seen a couple red dots from this ADE company in various customer photos online, in different groups on Facebook, etc. You'd see guns with these red dots on them, and I had never heard of this company, so I started looking on their website, and they had some pretty nice looking red dots. So I reached out to them, and they said, would you like to try one for a video review? We'll send you one. I said, sure. I'll give it a shot, and I'll let everybody out there know what I thought about it. So they sent me this one. I just wanted to get that out of the way before be transparent with you guys. So it comes in this box here. You got the line on the front, tactical reflex dot sight. You've got this super grumpy deer here on the side. Just look at that grumpy boy. And then here we have the model number. So they must use this box for a lot of their sights, and this one is the model RD3-029. Their website here is adeoptics.com. So we'll turn it to this side, and we've got designed in Oregon, USA, made in China, like a lot of these inexpensive red dots are. And a lot more expensive red dots are also made in China. You know, they'll make a red dot to your specifications and price point, so it's not always a bad thing. Let's go ahead and unbox the optic here. Get the lid off there. We've got a bag containing some paperwork here. Now, if I didn't say before, this is the Trijicon RMR footprint optic. Now, they have other optics that fit the RMR CC, the Doctor, the Vortex, the Fastfire, and the Shield RMS footprints. But this one is for the Trijicon RMR. So in that bag, we have a couple pieces of paperwork. We have the manual, and apparently this sight is called the Trumpet. In a world of super tactical marketing or just a bunch of model numbers, it's nice to see something with a little sillier name to it. So this is the FAQ and answers paperwork, and then I believe this is just a warranty sheet. Yeah, this just talks about the warranty there. So we'll set that paperwork aside. What else? We've got a lens cloth with the ADE branding on it, as well as the website. And inside this bag here, you will find all the Allen keys that the site requires. We have a little screwdriver here. And this is for putting through this piece, which is the sight adjustment dial. So that goes through here. Let's see if I can get it. It's a little stiff. Make sure I don't stab myself in the hand. All right, so that goes through like that and allows you to actually have a visual of how you're adjusting the red dot sight when you're making your adjustments for sighting it in. And here we have the optic itself with a nice rubber cover. I'll take the rubber cover off here so I can show you guys the actual optic itself. Here it is. There's the trumpet marking on top, ADE, and a little American flag because, see if it'll zoom in there. This is designed in Oregon. All right, here it is for a closer look, the ADE Trumpet Optic. So, as I spin it around here, I hope you notice just how thick the body of this aluminum sight is. And that should allow it to take a beating and hold up. It looks very, very durable. So this is the red dot version of this sight. Now, I believe they have a green dot listed on their website as well, but I don't think it's out yet. Now, I will change the brightness so you all can see the dot change. There it was going down. There we go. Brightness is getting brighter. Oh, before I forget, let's take a look at that riser that they sent with it. So in the box, we got 2 screws and 2 Allen keys. And then we have the riser here. Aluminum, has 4 locating pins, 2 threaded holes for it to bolt to. A nice clamp there. Allen head screw in the base. However, these 4 locating pins are a problem because this model only has 2 holes in it. So, not an issue for this video because this is getting direct mounted to a Glock slide for our purposes. However, if you're going to order one of their optics and use their riser, well, make sure it's compatible. So what we're going to do is we're going to mount this to a Glock slide, go out, put some rounds downrange, see how it holds up, see how easy it is to sight in, and just do a quick range review on the optic here. Well, this is the range portion of the review of the ADE Advanced Optics Trumpet Red Dot sight. And what we're going to do is we are going to sight it in first on an IDPA target, see how it shoots, and then we are going to shoot about 50 rounds through it, see if it holds up to the recoil, and see if it holds zero. Any major malfunctions with the sight should show up in the first couple shots. Just due to the violence of the slide reciprocating back and forth, it really shakes out any problems you'll see with a miniature red dot sight. So let's get to it. All right, so the group looks pretty good out of the box. 5 shots all together, just a little bit to the left, and I'll show you that here in a moment. All right, so as you saw on the target, it shot really well out of the box. It was almost sighted in. However, everything shot just a little bit to the left, but it all grouped together at the right height. So if we want to put some right windage into this, we're going to have to use the tool that I showed you in the unboxing video, this little screwdriver here with a gauge on it, because there are no markings as to which way you have to turn it on the optic itself. Maybe that's something they could add at a later date. So to do so, we put the screwdriver on the windage screw and then look at the gauge, and it indicates if we move the screw clockwise, the impacts will move right. Counterclockwise, we'll move them left. And if we had to put vertical into it, if we were to move them right, the impacts would move up. Counterclockwise, the impacts would move down. So I put a little bit of right windage into it, and we'll see how it shoots. Okay, it's still shooting in that group, so I need to put some more windage into it. Okay, still just a little bit to the right, so I'm going to adjust it again. Hopefully this group is dead on target. All right, I think it's pretty well sighted in now. I'm going to show you guys the target here in a moment. So the last couple shots were dead center there. I think I got that fairly well sighted in. All right, everybody. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to shoot 50 rounds, see how the slide holds up. We're going to shoot it on the steel so that you get that feedback, that ding. And I will let you know that this was just a spare slide that was sitting around. Wow, that's kind of a tongue twister. The spare slide sitting around. And it was optics cut. However, it has not been fully broken in yet. This is the first time I've used it. That's why there's no sights or anything else but the optic on the slide. So it may give me a few problems trying to shoot it at speed until it breaks in. But we'll shoot the 50 rounds see how the optic holds up, because this is just a test of the optic, not of the pistol itself. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to test and see how durable this is. I'm going to drop it right here on the stones. Oops, I dropped my gun. Pick it up. Oh, we've got a little bit of, just roughness now to the aluminum housing. Let's do that again. Oh, I dropped it again. Butterfingers, guys. So, the aluminum housing got marked up there. But we are gonna see, let's see. Dot is still on the same brightness, hasn't differed any. So we're gonna shoot it on the target for a group and make sure that dropping that sight did not affect the zero of the red dot. All right, so it appears that being dropped from about 5 feet twice did not affect the zero on the ADE Trumpet Red Dot sight. And I will show you that target here in a moment. Well, that concludes the 50 round plus test of the ADE Advanced Optics Trumpet Red Dot sight. And I will have to say that this did really well. The reason I went over 50 rounds on target is because I was having so much fun shooting this plate rack here with this pistol equipped with this red dot sight. And part of the fun was that the biggest advantage the red dot has over iron sights is you just have to put the dot on the plate, pull the trigger, and the plate will fall, instead of having to worry about lining up iron sights and then transitioning plate to plate to plate. So I would say that the hype of red dot sights on pistol slides is definitely real. It's definitely a lot faster to shoot targets with. So if you are just apprehensive to ever trying a red dot on a pistol slide, and you've looked at the more expensive options but want something that's more affordable just to try out and maybe as a gateway to those more expensive red dot sights, give ADE a shot. They're at ADEadvancedoptics.com. As you saw, this optic survived 2 5-foot drops onto the gravel, just like the same gravel you'd have if you're at the shooting range and dropped your pistol. It survived, held zero. You saw it on the target that I shot afterwards, and it was still holding up real well. I know I didn't name a price until now, and this red dot can be had for under $150. That's a really, really good price. And it's not too hurtful for your wallet if you want to pick up one, if you have multiple pistols and want to outfit all of them with a red dot sight, but don't want to spend a lot of money. Check out ADE, ADEadvancedoptics.com, guys. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment down below and subscribe. This has been another WV Guns and Goats video. And remember, if you're not out there having fun shooting, what are you doing?